Welcome back to Gaming News and Breakdowns, and in this video we're going to be going over the Love and Legends quests for week 2. So our first quest is to ask the Order how to defeat the Dark Voyager. You can see that we have to go to this specific area on Classified Canyon. I'll go ahead and show a zoomed in image here. I do apologize for the lack of sound. I accidentally did not record the audio for this first game, so the in-game sounds will kick in later on in the video, but for right now I just have background music going. But basically you're gonna want to go to that area where I marked. You'll see that I don't actually land here because I want to make sure that I have enough weapons and stuff to fight off anyone in case someone else lands there as well. There is going to be dialogue after you interact with the Order right here, so make sure that you clear the area of any enemies. That way you can hear the entire dialogue. However, if you're unable to do that, I have the full dialogue right here. So again, I don't have the actual audio, but I can just read you guys what the Order says. So if you're coming from that little outpost area, you can jump on the zip line and then jump off. The Order will be right here to talk to, and then you can go ahead and interact with her. When you see the dialogue options, you're going to want to click Dark Voyager, in which she'll reply to the Dark Voyager is dangerous, and we don't know what he's planning to do with the 0-point shards. We need to gather the 7, or what's left of us. To do that, we need to work together. So that is going to be the first quest. You can continue to talk to the Order, however that's not needed for the quest, that's just to get some extra dialogue. The next quest is to deal 250 damage to players in 3 different areas. Now, you don't have to do 250 damage to a player in each area, only in those areas in total. And those locations are going to be Clawsy Lodge, Sandy Strip, and Humble Hills. You can see them on the map right here. So what I actually did was I went straight to Sandy Strip right after I talked to the Order. The storm was closing in, and I thought that, players would be there leaving the storm area. I did catch one player. However, I tried to let him heal so that I could get all 250 damage in one game. However, I was just a few damage numbers short, so I did have to go into another game and finish off those numbers. However, this quest is very easy. It's just dealing damage, and you don't even really need to get eliminations. So just damage people at these locations, and then this quest will be complete. I'm sure you've heard by now that the audio has returned. After you complete this quest, there's more dialogue. However, this time it is a lot shorter.
I can forge the transmitters we need.
So unfortunately I died, but that gives us a better look at the third quest, which is to destroy metal objects to collect transmitter parts. Now, this is very easy. You're not actually collecting anything. I thought that you would have to destroy metal objects and something would pop out of them in order to collect them. However, in reality, all you're doing is collecting 10 metal objects by destroying them. So what I did was I had a surfing entrance into my next game, so I went straight to the area where we went to for our first quest, and there's a bunch of metal objects there. There are 3 generators. There's a chain link fence, so lots of metal here for you to destroy, but there's metal everywhere for you to destroy, so really it doesn't matter where you land for this one. And once again, there's dialogue when you complete this quest, so I'm going to go ahead and let that play.
When I landed, I couldn't get any of the other 7 members on my comms. Some of us have fallen. This beacon will reach whoever's left.
And that brings us to the final step, which is to assemble the transmitter near the Battlewood sign. So you're going to want to go to the location on the map. And this quest is pretty similar to the first one, where there's a longer bit of dialogue after you interact with the items. So I would recommend clearing out any enemies that are nearby. However, this area isn't going to be as crowded as the last one because it is in the middle of nowhere. There are only a few chests here, so no one really drops here. I did have a few people. However, you should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of the gameplay play out so that you guys can hear the dialogue.
Good work. I don't know who will answer this call, but soon enough, the Seven will stand against the Dark Voyager. Whatever he's planning, we've got to stop it.
And so that is going to be it for the Love and Legends quests for week 2. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. In my opinion, these quests were a lot easier than week 1's quests. Week 1 we had to kill certain bosses and do specific things, and this one was just a lot of organic stuff, really. I mean, you're just damaging players and destroying metal. It was a lot easier than having to find specific bosses on the map. I think I spent like 15 minutes trying to find the Sasquatch, but regardless, let me know what you guys thought about these quests down in the comments. I also wanted to remind all of you that later today at, I believe, 2 p.m. is going to be a live event. It's going to be a live event for Fortnite OG. And I believe 5 minutes before the event starts, there is going to be immunity within Fortnite OG. So if you're shooting people from 1:55 to 2 p.m. and you're not dealing any damage, that is why there is an immunity stage for the event. I believe 5 minutes beforehand. That way everyone can experience it without any difficulty. So I am going to be posting the event pretty much as soon as it drops. So if you guys are unable to see it, I will be posting my gameplay of the event pretty much as soon as it drops. So if you're going to miss it, definitely make sure to check out my video so you guys can see what you missed. But if you are going, I will see you there. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in another video. Take care, guys.